Well, we're doing the post game out here on the balcony. Children are playing. It's dark, it's late, but children are out having a good time, and airplanes flying overhead. As you can hear, obviously they're not celebration balloons. I don't know if game day showed up or not. There was a Clemson podcaster, I guess, and he was saying the worst thing that happened at Clemson was they made the playoff last year. Like, how odd. But he made a good point. It gave Dabo a lot of clout, and now he's saying it would be best if Clemson, it would perhaps be best if Clemson did not win any more games, is what he was basically trying to say. Well, we're not in that shape. The reason I mention that is because we're chasing Clemson to oblivion. It's a race. They were going backwards and see who can go backwards the fastest. But Clemson started 2 or 3 years ahead of, but we're catching up. So in the race to go backwards, we're catching up fast. Everything I've been telling you becomes true. I'm not enjoying it. I said we might go 7-5. We could. 21 points is a lot for this team. The defense did well. They may not always play that good, and they didn't play perfect. We're not dominating anymore. We're just like everybody else, and we hope we can win a game here and there. That's it. So, you've heard me say you can bet against Georgia and win every time. Well, you certainly would have won yesterday. It wasn't the only time. It's not just Alabama games either, which is a sad state of affairs. It seems to be every game. How many times has Georgia failed to cover? That's betting against it, you see. How many times does the total end up under? Well, that's betting against Georgia. You got to see, it's quite often that happens. Now, let's worry about the game we just played. Alabama, the final score. Final score, Alabama 24-21. Closing line, Georgia 2.5. Georgia 2.5 favorite, and Alabama, of course, the underdog. Alabama covers by winning. They won by 3. And the over-under was 52.5, and only 45 points were scored, so that's an under. So the two biggest ways to bet, you won. You want to see more? Well, there's a lot more. If you faded Georgia across the main markets, the spread, money line, and total, you went 3 for 3 yesterday. If you put $100 flat on each market, you put $100 flat in each market, you won the Alabama 2.5 on the spread, money line, and over under. So you went 3 for 3 on the biggest ways to bet. That's not even talking about the betting against third down in the first half, betting on prop bets, putting will Gunnar Stockton have a touchdown in the first half, will Georgia have more than one touchdown in the first half. All those you win. The first half has just been a bettor's arcade for Georgia. And I mean, I'm going to show you all this stuff, but I mean, when you stop and think about how silly that sounds, that a team that had just come off back-to-back titles suddenly can't do anything in the first half for 2 years, and half of this season already. And you make a ton of money betting against them. I mean, is that just a coincidence? Just something that happened? I don't know. So you certainly could have bet against Georgia yesterday. That's an absolute fact. You could have bet against them in the 2023 SEC Championship game and won. You would have won on spread, over, under, and money line, just like today. Today's another day at the office. I heard an Alabama commenter video, and that's what he titled it, Another Day at the Office. And it was another day at the office at the Bobo Ranch. Now, these numbers weren't just limited to Bobo. The 2021 championship game Missed the spread, got the money line, betting against us, but we did go over on the over-under. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 in 2020. Spread, money line, but we didn't cover, we went over on the over. It seemed like with Bobo, we just, instead of taking 2 out of 3, we're taking 3 out of 3. And it gets worse. It definitely gets worse. 2018 SEC Championship, December 1st. Money line, you win betting against them. And the under, you won betting against. And we didn't cover the spread. So, I mean, all those things are just every game you pick up. The difference, the same amount of money, the $100 on the 3 main things, you know, the over-under spread money line. Well, 100 in each one of those. 2020, you win $85 on each bet. 2021, you won 85. 2022, you won 120. This is per 100. 2023, you won 300. So, made a cool $1,300 betting against Georgia. And that's just with $100. So if you had blindly faded Georgia, spread, money line under every time they played Alabama since 2018, you'd have gone 7-0. Profitable overall series with only one game, the 22 national championship game, producing a net loss. Stetson Bennett really kind of stepped out of character and probably screwed that up. You'll notice that his life hasn't been smooth since that happened. Let's roll all the way back into the Saban-Georgia rivalry era, including classics from 2008 and 2012. Money line and spread and over-under. 2008 championship. Bama betting against us. You covered the spread, covered the money line, and the over was over. Well, so since 2008, blindly fading Georgia versus Alabama, and this is true for almost every team, but we just picked Alabama because it seems to get everybody's attention. It really works there. The only time you've ever lost any money betting against Georgia, especially against Alabama, would have been in the 2012 SEC Championship and the 2022 national title. The over. It was an over instead of an under on the total. The only loss. And I got a visual timeline to show you on how that works. So, I mean, there's definitely proof that you can bet against Georgia and win. And more importantly, you can bet against Bobo and absolutely win.